Hello there, DML Gamer. Today, we are going to be finishing off the Divine Fest A Farewell event, and by that I mean getting the key on level 6, unlocking Shuten-Doji, and then probably hoarding our event currency for the final 7th level. But either way, this is the final chest on level 6, there is the key, and this castle event is done. So thank you all, the party is a success. I can return safely to the future, and divine dragons, near and far, can at last begin their long hibernation. Our post-party snooze will return our full power after years of activity. I will miss you, my human friends, but I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Thank you, Anubis Dragon. You've helped me understand dragons a little better. We'll see you soon. I can't believe we got to be part of such a wild party, but now that I can talk to my dragon friends, it seems like I've got a lot to say to my human friends. Before that, let's have one last dance, everyone. Flap your wings, snap your jaws, clack your claws, and move your feet. Before the curtain closes, we rejoice. So there we go. More fun awaits. Congrats, you finished all the rooms. This is basically warning us about level 7, and there have been some changes to level 7, some bad ones. But that's probably something I'm not going to do today, because if we were to join level 7 today, we'll probably encounter a lot of whales, and we don't want to do that if we want to get the enchantment tickets, for example. But anyway, this is Divine Fest, A Farewell, completed, and we have that epic Shuten-Doji dragon which we need for the Chrono Isis collection. Lovely claimed. We also get the badge for this, for completing it as well. It's an okay badge. It's a nice sun. Fair enough. So, this was my chest luck going through this event, and plus we did also have that horrible bug right at the beginning of the event as well. So it was doable with like 2 days left to spare, really. And again, we can go back to these other levels and like we can go and collect at least 2 of them. But the final chest, do not collect all of the chests until as late as you can, really, because again, otherwise you'll probably get put up with a lot of whales and basically event currency spenders if you go straight into level 7. It's not guaranteed, but those that are finishing this early on generally are those that are going to spend quite a lot of money, because again, a lot of the regular players tend to hoard for that very reason. So at least if you wait, you'll go against other free-to-play players usually, or at least non-event spending players, because I'm not free-to-play, but I haven't spent in like 9 months now, so I would rather go against other non-spenders than spenders for the leaderboard stuff. So I'm going to leave that chest for now, and that chest of course will also give us our duplicate Anubis dragon. How many Anubises do I actually have? Do I have 3? I think I have 3. If we go to our eggs, how many do we have? Well, I've got that one. I think I had one hatched as well. I think I've got a second one in my vault. So I think I've got, I will have 3 Anubises. Interesting. So, well, I've also got the one actually hatched, haven't I? Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, we've got 3 of those. So that's useless. Duplicate divines in this game are indeed useless, but that is done skis, and it does also mean that we can pop that Shuten-Doji egg into our hatchery. So in just over a day's time, we will have our hands on that dragon. And so, this does mean that we are basically coming up to a close of this event, and so I think the best thing that we can do right now is actually unlock one of these divines. And although I'd normally recommend people to go with Ame no Uzume, I'm going to go and pick Horus, because Horus is a bird, and why not, basically. It doesn't matter to me which one I take at this point. So we're going to go into the Divine Altar, we're going to go over to Horus, and we're going to go and buy it right now. There we go. 1,200 talismemes, and there is the bulb. The very, very strange looking toilet-headed bulb. And that's Horus, basically. So there we go, and we're also going to get the milestone rewards for spending 1,200, so we get some energy, some gold, a few divine tickets, some gemmies, relics of breeding, and some more divine tickets, which is fantastic. And I don't actually have enough talismans to purchase Ame no Uzume yet, which is fine, we've still got a couple of days to go, and plus we just got those 15. If we got like times 50 in any of these, that would just make it even easier. But I'm I don't care. It doesn't matter. We're going to get there. We need 150 talismans, and in 2 days, that's very doable. Again, I haven't spent any gems so far on this event, so we have tons of gems. It's super easy to go and get 150 talismans with that many gems. Like, that's assuming I even need to use any, because depending on how our dungeon luck goes, we might not even need to. So, after logging in for the dungeon basically 2 to 3 times a day, not taking it super seriously at all, we've basically finished off most of this event without even gemming this time, which is great. But it is the final Divine Fest, so at least that's one good thing to come out of it. The other thing that I've actually been doing is I did manage to hatch the Boxer Dragon the other day because we bred him through lucky breeding as the Dragon of the Week last week. And so I do also have a Boxer Dragon over here being a little silly goober. Look at him with his boxing gloves on. But this dragon was originally available a very long time ago. And I just, I didn't get him. So the fact that he came around again as a lucky breeding Dragon of the Week was fantastic, because my luck on breeding him at the time was not the best, although at the same time I wasn't using my double egg relics or anything. But through lucky breeding, he was guaranteed at 10, and that meant that he was a super easy and chilled out Dragon of the Week breed last week. There he is in all of his fandangled glory. What a beautiful, beautiful boy. Kind of scary boy, but I like him. He's a nice boy. And then the other thing was that we did in fact manage to breed Melvin day 1, because the continued, I guess, habit of breeding the dragons of the month on day 1 is continuing. So yes, we will also have a Melvin dragon to get hatching very soon as well. So we're going to have quite a few new dragons, and obviously if we do in fact get Chrono Isis, that's going to be 3 new dragons plus Chrono Isis 4, plus then we're going to get the Melvin dragon. So that's basically going to be 5 new dragons in a very short span of time. So I am not going to complain at all. We do also have Wildmart, of course, which did have some bonus tickets, some relics of breeding. And a very tempting deal in here is ×5 premium sigil chests. I say tempting, but it's so expensive, especially for someone that doesn't buy any gems anymore and doesn't watch ads at all. You know, I could just save up these gems for the Ancient event because we know that that's coming up. I might do that, because although I would love some premium sigil chesting, it's just not necessary for my team. I don't need the sigils. It would be handy to have them, but I don't need them. So, do I really care enough? Probably not. But I guess aside from that, the only other thing that we've got going on at the moment is just continuing on with the Divine Fest. But again, I highly recommend that for the next sort of 2 days, you just hoard your event currency, like get as much event currency as you can from the tasks, and then when you are basically as roided up on event currency as you can be, then go into your final chest, open it up, and then move on to the final level, spend all of your currency, and get those bonus rewards. The thing I will say about level 7 is that apparently all of the costs have been increased, so that I think that we are going to be getting less rewards on average, which is not what people wanted to hear, but I think they nerfed it severely. I mean, it was so good last time. It was actually a way to get divine materials, and maybe that's why they didn't want it, because, like, look at how many extraordinary mats I have right now. Whereas before that last time, we had barely any. It's just, it felt like we finally had an event that gave us enchantment mats, and they removed it. So, it's one of those things where we're not allowed good things in DML. We are forbidden, we are rejected, and we are not allowed it. And it is as simple as that. So, since we are coming up to the end of this event, we will have Hades in the dungeon next week, but you need to be spending all of your divine tickets before Monday, essentially. Well, before the end of the event on Monday. So, get spending those talismemes, get collecting all the dragons that you need, and I hope that you manage to get your hands on Chrono Isis, for anyone that does manage to get Shuten-Doji and gets all the other dragons from this event as well. So for now, I wish you the very, very best, and until next time, adios.